This is the brand new SCX30 K10, just came out, just got mine. This is the already existing, but still very new, SCX30 Bronco, but it has been out for a little while longer. Fairly similar, but there are some significant differences that you should be aware of. So what I want to do is just do a quick rundown, a side-by-side of these two cars, and then what we're going to do is run both of them on the mini crawler course to see which one performs better or how they perform differently. I just want you to see visually the differences on the outside, and I just did a full unboxing and a sort of initial run-in review on the SCX30 K10, in which I called it a C10 500 times, but you have to forgive me because it says C10 on the side. That's what we've always referred to these as, at least around here, but apparently C10 is the two-wheel drive, K10 was the four-wheel drive, and it says so right on the box. Somehow I missed that. Anyway, I'll link that video for you. Here's the front view of both. You can see that the K10 is significantly taller. I'll give you a side view. K10 is longer. It's bigger in basically every way if you look at it. The scale is a little different, I feel like. When you consider the top of this should be about 6 feet, the bed of a truck, even a lifted truck, is not about 6 feet, and it's maybe a foot below it. So it's definitely like a lifted truck versus a regular Bronco. Top down, you can see the Chev is a little wider, and the bottom fairly similar, although there are longer shocks on the K10. Let's take the bodies off. Both bodies attached the same way. There is a couple of clips that go onto these mini little rails, really, and then a tab that slides in the back of the body. This is the Bronco. It's easy to tell them apart. Let me show you why. So one of the big differences inside, if you look, this is the Bronco, this is the K10. The K10 has a 65 turn motor versus an 88 turn in the Bronco. So this K10 is supposed to be a little faster. I'll do it this way so you can read it. Otherwise, servo's the same, battery's the same, the tires are different. The K10 tires are quite a bit bigger and also a more aggressive tread. This is not what I'd call a street tread, but it's definitely an all-terrain type tire, and this is a mud terrain type tire. It says Super Swamper right on it, so yeah, it's definitely a more aggressive tire. It's also a softer compound on the K10. Tires are taller on the K10, and the suspension is longer, so it's supposed to have more flex. Just like I'm not pushing down on it, so you can see the servo is fairly well down in there. And this one, also not pushing down, it is completely covered. You can't see the top of it. So the suspension's definitely longer on the K10 noticeably so. That should give you more flex, but it also makes it a little bit more top heavy, even though I guess that's not supposed to be the case. Let's see if the K10's actually faster. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, significantly faster. Watch, I'll run it the other way. 3, 2, 1. Running away with it. Look at that. Let's get them on the track. So here's how we're going to do it. We'll do one complete lap of the crawler course here with each rig, and we'll just sort of comment on how they do along the way. So first up the Bronco, because it's the oldest. So first obstacle is the log bridge. These cars are narrow enough to just do one side, which is crazy to me. A little warm up here. So no problem with the rope bridge. Almost spoke too soon. And then up the side. I think the last step there is going to be the toughest for this one with the clearance and the approach angle that it has. Oh, nope, it just crawls right up. Except we are a little high centered there, so keep that in mind when you see the next one. Oh yeah. Okay, I have to try a different angle. Am I totally stuck? Absolutely high centered. Okay, well, that's something to keep in mind. Could be bad driving. Let's give it another shot. Let's try to go up the outside with the tire on the ledge there. Come on, find some traction. Find some traction. Yeah, clearance is a real issue. Come on, baby. Oh, you're trying so hard. Ah! Alright, well, I might chalk that one up to bad driving, but let's see. First, the rope bridge. Oh man, it is faster. It's noticeably faster when you're driving back to back. Interesting. Does that mean the slow crawl is not as good? Okay, that was a bad approach, but I think it's going to be okay on the rope bridge. No problems really. It's just exactly the width of the car, so you got to watch the tires. This one with a little bit wider stance is a little tougher, but nothing the K10 can't handle. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can get over that same spot. All right, K10, what do you got? Okay, well, yeah, I would say that's a big check mark. Yeah, that's a big difference. All right, let's go up and over the top. All right, Bronco over the top. This part should be pretty easy, straightforward, unless you get high centered on the one bump. 24 scales struggle in here sometimes, so let's see how the 30 does. Not bad. This is the obsidian flow, I like to call it. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely sliding. Clearance helps on the other one, but will the lower center of gravity on the Bronco keep it from toppling in places where the K10 won't succeed? K10, over the top. Zero issues. Let's try the lava flow. Not scraping like the Bronco was, that's for sure. And now the log course with the Bronco first. Already high centered. Bad approach. That little rock is really helping. Oh, we got down, good. I'm really worried about getting high centered trying to get up on this next one. Yeah, the bumper's hitting a little, you see that? Okay, can you do it? Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah! Okay, better than I expected, for sure. K10 through the same area. Yeah, much easier time with all this. That clearance, I'm telling you, super helpful. It's got more flex, too, it looks like. I guess you can take the spacers out and get even more. It was zero problems, and that's, yeah, just like when I ran it in the unboxing video. Flex course, although for these it's not much of one, it is more of a just can you get over giant obstacles course, because if I try to go one tire in each tread, it's going to roll over. Not bad. Not bad. Dude, the motor power is definitely noticeable. And the tires are stickier, I would say. Okay, here's the section I'm very interested in, because so far the K10 is obviously way better, but what about on a hill climb? Will the lower center of gravity on the Bronco help it not flip over backwards? We're going to take this steepish line right here with both of them and see how they do. Oh, okay, that doesn't look great for you so far, guy. Okay. Well, I guess we'll come up the front then. We'll see if the K10 can do that other line. Try right here. There you go. There you go. Yeah, don't get hung up. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, K10, we'll try that hard line first. And if it doesn't make it, we'll retreat to the easy line just like we did with the Bronco. This is the hard line. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can keep that other wheel off the ground, or on the ground. Okay, well it did make it, but it hopped over to the other line, so I don't know if that counts or not. Okay, one last test of top heaviness. I'm gonna bring them down this same hill. Let's see what happens. Bronco first. Try to go down the hard line that we couldn't get up. Oh, damn. Okay, one more shot. Right, good placement, really well done. Nope, okay, one more thought, and then we'll try the other one. Maybe if I can keep the wheels up. Out of that groove. It doesn't look like it. Okay, we'll come down the same way we went up. Right over here. Barely. Hung up on the bumper slightly, but in the end it made it. Final exam for the K10. Try the hard line first, just because we did with the other. Okay, what the hell? Well, okay, that almost made it. Hold on. That was a lot better. Okay, we'll try just slightly to the other side of that. Well, almost. Still a little front heavy, which makes sense. The Bronco did manage to get down that, so this might be one place where the lower center of gravity of the Bronco is an advantage that the K10 does not have. If you speed up though, you can make it. Final conclusions. How did we do? What did you think? Leave it in the comments. Which one of these do you think performed better? I have to say, I expected the K10 to do better. Faster motor, higher ground clearance, better suspension-ish. I thought it would be a little bit worse in terms of center of gravity, and it turns out that did make a difference, but almost barely, just the one time. So really impressed with the K10. Out of the box, it seems to be an upgrade in almost every way over the Bronco. I haven't run the Jeep, but I assume it's similar to the Bronco. You can let me know in the comments. The Bronco, however, pretty close, considering it's got smaller tires and less suspension travel and less ground clearance. It really only struggled a couple times where the K10 was clearly the winner, and it did better on that downhill because of the lower center of gravity. So, I mean, I give it to the K10, but just barely. So I just think the lesson here is just get the one you want, because there isn't one that's like far and away better than the others. That kind of helps me decide, because my next project is I'm going to turn one of these into a comp crawler, do a bunch of upgrades. Might just start with the K10 because it has the bitter motor, but that may not matter because I may put a brushless in. We'll see. I don't know. I've got a bunch of Endura upgrades. The tires and wheels finally came. So that's the next project. And one of the next videos, if not the next video, is Project Comp Crawler SCX30. So make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss that if you haven't already. And also maybe just subscribe, because here at Dork and Disorderly, I break my stuff so you don't have to. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.